And this disturbing video shows the agents beating a Navy veteran with batons and then dousing him with pepper spray when he says that he was trying to engage them in a civil conversation. That Navy veteran, Chris David, is joining me now. Chris, thank you so much for being with us. Just walk us through what happened that night as you were there, I guess, trying to speak to the what officers or troops. You tell us what happened.
Well, yeah, that was actually the primary reason that I went down to this protest, since it was my first one. I wanted to see if I could have a civil discussion with these federal agents, officers, and ask them why they felt that it was okay what they were doing, that I felt that they were violating their oath to the Constitution. And so what I did in preparation for that, I put on my Naval Academy sweatshirt, my Navy wrestling hat, and my backpack with all my CB patches, under the presumption that they would respect that and maybe talk to me instead of treat me as some other protester. That didn't work out at all.
No, that did not work out. And we see the video of what then happened. You just turned away. I mean, you had a signal for them as you turned away, but you walked away from them as they were beating you. Tell us what is the damage here?
Well, just a bunch of bruises otherwise, but they did pretty much smash my hand up quite a bit with their batons. So I've got a couple fractures in this hand. One of them's pretty serious, so I'm going to have surgery to have that.
Okay, so I know that part of this for you was going down there wearing your sweatshirt, wearing your hat, and thinking that perhaps you might get further in a civil discussion than someone who was not showing, that they have what, I mean, I think serving in the military, it's sort of your ability to say, look, I love my country, and I've shown that, right? So as a veteran, you were trying to communicate that. How do you feel about the president sending in federal troops as a veteran?
I'm 100% against it. I think it is a move, it's a unilateral move that's being made in order to generate chaos and create divisiveness. I don't see any point to what they're doing, because every night they do the same thing, the same results occur, and the protests only get bigger.
I know one of the things you're trying to, I think you want veterans to you have a message for veterans. What is your message for veterans?
My message for veterans is remember your oath to the Constitution. I think almost all of us do. For pretty much all of us who serve, we understand the meaning of those. And I was hoping that some of these federal agents were veterans, and maybe they would remember the oath of office they took when they were in the military.
I want to listen now, Chris, to how the acting DHS Deputy Secretary Ken Cuccinelli described what happened to you.
What you have there is Marshal Service folks. You don't have DHS officers. I'm familiar with the video you're talking about. And all I have is the video that I've seen. I haven't seen either the audio or the reports of officers of what was going on. But
based on what you see,
based on what you see in that video, just based on what you see, is that unusually threatening? No, I don't base things on one. The reason we came there wasn't because of some future video. The reason we advanced other DHS law enforcement officers is because there was intelligence locally generated that there were going to be threats to federal facilities. Maintaining an appropriate response is an ongoing obligation. I grant you that, and that's for all of us. But at the same time, the threat to those federal facilities and officers did materialize.
What is your response to Cuccinelli?
Oh, that's a difficult one. Ken Cuccinelli cannot see what is obvious to millions of other people.
Which is?
And, well, that I was standing there peacefully and then they beat me for pretty much no reason. Now, I understand the pickle that he is in. He cannot say, yeah, that was inappropriate. Almost everybody else in the United States can, but he can't. And he didn't answer the question. Was that appropriate behavior for somebody who was standing there peaceful?
Yeah, it's almost a rhetorical question, Chris. I think it's a rhetorical question. We know the answer. And look, thanks for joining us. And good luck, because you do have surgery ahead of you since your hand was smashed and you have various fractures. Thank you for being with us from Portland.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on.